What we learned at the opening of Toronto's first legal weed store. In the end, only 10 of the 25 private cannabis retail operators selected via lottery were able to open Monday. There was one store open in Toronto, a city of 2.6 million, where more than 100 illicit dispensaries were in operation prior to legalization. Vice visited the Toronto store, called the Honey Pot, located downtown near Queen Street and University Ave. Here are a few key takeaways from the experience. People give a shit. When we showed up at 8:45 a.m. about 15 minutes before the Honey Pot opened, there were dozens of people already in line. This despite temperatures being below 0 degrees Celsius and the fact that you can order weed online. Cannabis lawyer Kari Masad and a few others parked a tent in front of the Honey Pot at 10 a.m. Sunday to ensure they'd be first in line. Sad told Vice she can't order weed through the Ontario Cannabis Store website because it doesn't accept Visa debit cards, so she wasn't able to buy weed on October 17. Obviously, Ontario has been extremely slow to open brick and mortar stores, and it was something of a second chance to be first. The line only got busier as the day progressed, and the 3 levels of the store's interior were jammed the entire time we were there. The owner doesn't smoke weed. The Honey Pot owner Honey Gori is a real estate agent who told Vice he has consumed cannabis only on rare occasions. He has, however, run a bunch of different types of shops, including cell phone stores and an indoor kids playground. I think I might be able to speak more for people who haven't tried it and are curious now that it's legal, he said, noting he wants more education on the effects various strains will have on him. There's a lot of enthusiasts out there and I'm looking forward to understanding it more, learning more about it as we go through the process. Gori said his retail experience is what allowed him to build the store in a short period of time. He said he was in part attracted to selling weed because it's definitely going to be a lucrative industry, especially given Ontario's population. Many of the other weed operator lottery winners in Ontario have partnered with larger retailers in licensing deals, but the Honey Pot is independent. People are pissed about this tone-deaf shirt. Staff at the Honey Pot were outfitted with uniforms that had jokey slogans on the back, including Baked Fresh Daily, and I'm High on Life. However, one of the staffers, a white woman, wore a shirt that said I run on weed and gangsta rap. People were not amused when I tweeted a photo of it. That's because it seemed a little tone-deaf, considering that black people are disproportionately arrested for weed crimes, and vastly underrepresented in the legal weed industry. There are about 500,000 Canadians marijuana convictions on their record. Black folks were targeted for these offenses and are wildly overrepresented in that number. But yuck, isn't this tea so cute? Everybody wanna be black but nobody wanna be black, tweeted Jared A. Walker, a Toronto-based writer and communications consultant. Yeah, might be a good idea to pull that shirt out of the rotation. The weed isn't cheap. I paid $51 for 3.5 grams of San Rafael Pink Cushion Indica containing 21% THC. Online, that quantity is priced at $42.85 plus a $5 shipping fee, though it's sold out currently. Owner Gori told Vice grams at his store range from $9.50 to $22. It goes without saying that black market weed is still cheaper, especially if you buy weed in larger quantities. But being the only legal weed store in Toronto, the Honey Pot is still going to get a lot of traffic. There's an Apple Store vibe. The Honey Pot is aesthetically very sleek. It's 3,500 square feet with a lobby area, and 3 levels where cannabis is displayed in sensory jars that allow you to smell the various strains and examine them through a magnifying glass. Each customer is greeted by a budtender who walks them through their options and then places orders through an iPad. Once you're done placing your order, you wait in a line to pay and pick up the weed at the cashier. There was a Christian man protesting weed. After spending a few hours at the store, we walked outside to find a protester across the street holding up a sign that said there's no hope in the dope. John 8:36. It turns out that's not actually what that Bible verse says. The guy was shouting it's corrupt, it's dirty, it's vile, it's not God's will into a microphone. And I took that as my cue to go home.